Is she a single mother? That's a red flag. Sorry, guys. I don't know why any man would date a woman or take a woman seriously who already has a kid with somebody else. Like, it's not my job to look after another man's kid.
Hello everyone, this is Magbo Gaming here once again, and I'm going to be covering a different topic that is not Nintendo. Yep, we're going to be covering this is why men should never date single mother. So we're going to find out what's going to entail this very soon. So before we get started, I just want to let you guys know about the Crypto Academy in the description below for those that wants to be able to combat against an old digital future and to be able to invest in assets that could help them become more wealthier and have more options in the future in life. And if you want to check out unfiltered content from Angry Guy himself, be sure to check out his Rumble as well. And also hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well with the bell notification so you could be informed whenever Angry Guy uploads any new videos on this channel. It will help the algorithm a lot for sure. So I will really appreciate that. We will all appreciate that. Anyways, let's get on to the commentary at hand, shall we? So this video is gonna come from the YouTuber Manosphere. Yeah, I literally looked up Manosphere and there's like a YouTuber that's literally called that. About single mothers, honestly. It's very controversial, but I can understand a lot of reasons why you shouldn't go for them. First of all, if you're looking for a virgin woman, then single mothers are definitely not it. That's what I'm gonna say right here. But let's see what else is being said in this video, and I'll commentate as we go.
I'm 4'11", a single mom, a hairstylist. I'm covered in hair. I'm waiting for my client and just manifesting my summer. You guys, it's my last day after being 38. Guess who just got her summer lips? I'm so happy.
You're toxic. You're crazy.
How long haven't you been a hoe for?
For a little minute? Tell me you're fair.
Just think about this, guys. She's a single mother. She has multiple kids. And she's 39. And she acts like this.
Without telling me you're...
She kind of like acts a little bit too immature for her age, don't you think? And yeah, many single mothers around that age in like their mid to late 30s. I just turned 38 right now, today. That's crazy, man. And yeah, of course, most women my age are most likely gonna have a lot of baggages and a lot of kids under their belts. And if you try to marry one of these single mothers, or if you try to get with a single mother, you will never be the priority still. Her kids are going to be the priority. So if anything were to happen to the kids, they're going to make you responsible because society deems the man as, you know, being expected for him to be the breadwinner of all this thing, to take care of them and stuff like that. Even thought that they're not your child. And that's the problem that I have with it. Because I don't want to take care of someone else's child. I want to take care of my own child if I ever get blessed with that in the future. Like, I'm starting to not see that, but you just never know. Right now, I'm just better off being single than, you know, that type of company, to be honest. Let's continue.
Feral. Using your nails as claws to rip off chicken and eating it straight out of the bag.
And how do we apologize when we've offended somebody? Ooh, I suck at apologies.
Guys, don't be inviting us to visit you in fucking Timbuktu if you ain't willing to pay for our flights. Yes, I have my nose pierced. Ooh, big red flag.
Oh my lord, yeah, you see? These type of women, they expect the man to pay for literally everything. They want to be pampered. They have been pampered all their life, and they think that they're still just as good, just as smoking hot and all that stuff as the women in their early 20s. Now, that's not the same, because a lot of women in their early 20s are probably still single, maybe virgins too, and maybe without kids. Women that are still trying to figure out life out there. But most of the women in their late 30s, they already established their personality as they are. They already figure out what they want in life. They're not willing to change for anybody. And a single mother, well, you know, she wants you to pay for everything. She wants you to carry all their burdens. And they don't really care about rewarding you whatsoever. So what's the point in dating a lot of these women these days? I'm pretty sure there's some good single mothers out there. Very true. There's a lot of good single mothers that cares about the man. And they're willing to split 50-50. And they understand the man's circumstance. But that's very few and far between, I'll say. Let's continue.
I have fucking tattoos too. Look, I've got the fucking tattoo of Pee Wee Herman. You could talk shit about that too.
I find tattoo women very unattractive. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not into women that has a bunch of tattoos. I prefer the woman have 0 tattoos if possible. And if she has some tattoos from the past, I'm not going to criticize her, especially if it's the ones that she's kind of able to hide, no problem. But the whole fact of the matter is that this does not attract me. So it just really sickens me that she really is bragging about her tattoos.
I have realized that if you are single after the age of 35, myself included, single after the age of 35, that there's a reason for it. And it's like one of 3. Either you have childhood trauma that stops you from being in a commitment, 2, someone was an asshole to you, or 3, you were an asshole to somebody. Either way, there's so much loaded shit with dating after the age of 35, especially if you've been married, especially if you have kids. The amount of comments on my nose ring, like, that really bugs you. Like, I got other things pierced, so...
Yeah, before he starts saying something, I want to say something too. Why are you bragging about piercing? I'm not attracted to piercings either. That's the thing. I like to have a woman that's pure-hearted, that is clean, that looks for God, that has moral values, the ones that are respectful, the ones that are honest, the ones that understands the man as well as I understand her. Mutual respect and all that stuff. That's what the type of woman I'm looking for. She is further from a woman that I'm looking for. And if you tell me if I would rather date a 20-year-old woman, very attractive, versus this woman she's 38 years old or 39. I think she's 39, but what would I rather choose? I like younger women, personally. I like women that I could still teach experiences to. This woman is already full with baggages, and she already has her mind set up with these things. And like I said, like, she's already kind of what they were saying, damaged goods. Okay, you could go ahead and say your commentary now, and I'll commentate afterwards.
I don't get how she doesn't feel any shame for her kids. They will see these videos someday.
I don't have to be your cup of tea, bro. I don't.
Bro, and she's 39.
I have a great time dating. I've dated some really amazing men. My personal problem is I love fucking toxic men. Like, the more toxic, the better. Like,
well, definitely we won't be a match, that's for sure. And as I was saying earlier, many people are saying, oh, date women your own age. Yeah, you gotta date women your own age. But as you get older, the prospect of women you have in your dating pool shrinks significantly. Like, the options are going to be limited unless you go overseas, unless you go to other countries where the culture is different, where there's going to be a much bigger dating pool of women around your age, in their 30s, in their 20s and stuff, and they are dateable. Like in America and Western country, you're not going to find it. If I find a woman that's 20, like I said, even 19, and she has more traditional values, I'll date that 19 to 20-year-old over a woman that's in her late 30s any day of the week.
Hey guys, in a world pushing you to own nothing and be happy, crypto is your key to survival. Join Angry's Crypto Academy to master buying, selling, and trading crypto. Make huge profits and safeguard your wealth. Plus, discover the one crypto virtually no one is talking about, poised to create new millionaires in the upcoming bull run. The link is in the description of the video below. Go check it out now.
Is she a single mother? That's a red flag. Sorry, guys. I don't know why any man would date a woman or take a woman seriously who already has a kid with somebody else. Like, it's not my job to look after another man's killer. The caveat is you don't also have kids. I actually think that's the one situation that works, is single mothers should be pairing up with single fathers, in my opinion, because that actually can work. A dude with no kids shouldn't be checking up with a woman who has kids already, if he actually gives a shit about having a family, because he doesn't care about his own genetic legacy, obviously, because he's raising another man's kids.
that I have to, like, fix you, the better off. I still love you even though you talk shit about me. Thank you for making me famous.
You let him hit it raw. You didn't have second thoughts. Now you a single mom.
I'm sorry, but this woman right here is really getting on my nerves. I'm not gonna lie. What you guys think about this? Yeah, we're gonna continue with the commentary a little bit more because this is getting very interesting.
Now you a single mom.
What I don't get It's like when a girl's pregnant, like how does she know that the baby's hers?
Divorce increases as women's income increases relative to their husband.
Oh my god, how many filters and makeup do you have to put in a video?
Husbands.
Oh yeah, he has a point there. Look at all that makeup she has on her face. I'd rather that the woman has no makeups and that she looks pure and innocent and feminine and all that stuff. Of course, you know, no one's 100% innocent. Everyone has flaws, no matter how pure they are. I'm just saying, wow, these women with all these makeups, and then she goes saying that divorces. If women gets more income than men, I'm like, oh, I don't need a man anymore. So I'm going to leave the man because I'm making way too much money. I'm the best. I don't need to take care of the man at that point. You know that there's actually relationships out there in the past, and maybe these days, if you can find it, pretty rare, but I'll tell you this. There are women out there, and if you can find it, you're blessed, that will actually use her income. If she has more income than the man, she will take care of the man. She will try to do what she can to help the man. And the man, that will motivate the man to do whatever he can on his end to help the woman out as well. And then that's a mutual respect over there. Like I said, like I've seen these type of relationships before, but they're rare. So not everyone in the world are gonna have that luxury because there's too much indoctrination from social media, from society, from the programming today that made a lot of these women, since they got so much attention in social media and stuff, they think that they deserve the best man there is. They think they deserve a rich man and all that stuff, and no one owes you anything. No one's entitled to an awesome man just because you're a pretty woman. What do you have to offer the table, right? What the frick do you have to offer that you can deserve that type of lifestyle? Because for a man, if we want to get the lifestyle that we want, we got to work hard for it. We got to be able to compete with these people. We have to be the best version of ourselves in order to get some of the best rewards that we can get in this life. And a woman doesn't realize it. A lot of women, not all, but a lot of them, they don't realize that. And that's what's going on.
What do you think that is?
Oh, that's easy. Because most of you women never loved men in the first place. You were just using them for their money and resources.
Be okay with us going 50-50?
Yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah, so a lot of gold diggers as well. I despise those women. I could already tell very early on when a woman is trying to get something out of me. Like, I have messaged so many women in Discord, on Facebook, and all that stuff. And now I can tell because I got scammed a few times by these women. And they expect me to always pay them, and they treat me like an ATM machine. Like, I'm looking for a genuine relationship, and if I see one sign of a woman trying to get something out of me without expecting to give much to me, sure, you know, there's sellers that are into, like, well, you know, for example, women selling feet pics and they charge you for it and stuff like that. At least you're getting something out of it. A lot of these guys, well, they'll just use you for your help, wealth, and resources. And even that, the earlier part, I'm not even going to bother with any of that stuff. So, yeah, I'm just giving you some examples here. Yeah, so let's do a tiny bit more of the commentary. We'll conclude after this.
Of course, no problem.
Okay, so we can split the bills, we can split
50-50 and everything.
Yeah.
50-50. You give me 50% your property, 50% your salary, 50% all you own. No problem.
Oh, look at that. You see? They misinterpret the 50-50 thing. So yeah, I'm gonna conclude with this. And if you want to watch the rest of the video, be sure to check out the link in the description below to this person's YouTube video and his channel, The Manosphere. Literally, that's what it's called. Yeah, so basically, you know, a healthy relationship should be splitting 50-50, right? 50% of the payment will be for the woman, and 50% of the payment will be for the man. 50% of the responsibility will be for both men and women. And you get the idea. That's how it should be in a healthy relationship. We help each other out. We look out for each other. One person falls, the other person picks them up. But nope, these women, when they divorce these men, they want 50% of everything they own. 50% of the property, 50% of their resources, 50% of their custody of the child or something, or maybe not even 50%. Sometimes they even want all of the custody of your child, and you won't be allowed to even see your child if you had a child with this woman. A lot of these things happening really discourages me from ever getting married. I'm not gonna lie. So what you guys think about this? Let me know in the comment section below what you think about this topic, this craziness of a lot of these Western women these days, and so many of there's unrealistic demands and stuff like that. And if you agree with this video and my opinions on this whole thing, please give this video a like. Click the like button, click the subscribe button, and also click the bell next to the subscribe button so you'll be informed whenever there's new content about the Manosphere, about Nintendo, or anything else that comes in our mind in your device, and you'll be able to catch up with new content with us from Angry Guy. Anyways, check out the Angry Crypto Academy if you want to learn how to invest in a asset that in the future it will help you combat against the old digital future and all that stuff. Be sure to check out Angry Guy's Rumble if you want unfiltered content from him there, where he doesn't hold back in his opinions. He does exclusive live streams there. And yeah, check out my channel at Magbo Gaming if you're into gaming. Yep, the name says itself. Gaming, showing off my game collection, hunting down video games, discussions about gaming as well, mainly about Nintendo. But anyway, that's all I have to say, and I'll see you all in the next one. Magbo out. Bye-bye.